Jay-Z selling title. I respect Jay-Z's business model. I think he's a great businessman. I do look at people just blindly sucking him off and basically saying, yo, just look at this, man. Jay-Z bought a company. He said it was for black creators. He said people shouldn't support Apple and Spotify because they're white owned. And he wanted to have something for the culture, for the artists, by the artists. And he wanted to keep it black owned and he wanted to do it that way. He did many B-side concerts and shit like that talking about black excellence, black power. You should support him because he was running a black business, even though we found out later when they went to Sweden at the title headquarters, pretty much not one of the employees or the higher executive people at title were black. It was pretty much only Jay-Z, right? However, it was still preached and put forth to us as this is black excellence. You guys support it if you support black people. Well, Jay-Z sold a third of the shares to Sprint about a year or two ago for 200 million, and he just sold the rest of the shares, including all the artist shares, to Square, which is owned by Jack Dorsey, the same person who owns Twitter. And essentially, if you don't know, the streaming app title now is Jack Dorsey's. So the black owned product is now owned by Jack Dorsey, the white man, right? Again, Jay-Z is a classic bait and switch person. And I think that's the only thing I don't like about the way he goes about things. I think he does his business how he should do it. But he is one of the people who will say, hey, why you not gonna fuck with me? I'm black. Yo, I'm doing it for black people. But he's not doing it for black people. He's doing it for his own selfish means. It's nothing wrong with what Jay's doing, but it is something wrong when you're constantly guilting people to make it seem like you're going for some bigger than your self effort and you're just selflessly doing things. When in reality, you're just trying to get it to a point where you can sell and make a lot of money. You get me? Again, kudos to Jay on this one because, you know, there's a couple of artists that were involved in the deal. They got a couple million as well. But by large and in part, when you think about how Jay-Z puts forward or promotes any of the efforts he has, whether it was his Armandale or whatever it was called, like his champagne, he said, hey, black people are not welcome to the Cristal party. They don't like black people. So you know why? I'm gonna get my own champagne and I'm black owned and y'all gonna it's obviously gonna love y'all because I'm black. Well, he just sold that or he sold half of the shares to was it LVMH or whatever it is, the same people who own most of the luxury brands in Europe. Pretty much, again, a bunch of white motherfuckers, right? Again, nothing wrong with it, but when you're guilting people into supporting you because you're trying to stand up for some racial equity type of shit, and you're trying to balance out racial inequalities, and you're trying to give people a reason to fuck with you. It's just very ironic that at any single time there's a dollar opportunity for you to come up or get out of a bad business deal, you sell to the white man. You don't wait around to sell to another black man. You always sell to the white man. Again, it just shows, listen, Jay, again, great businessman for his own pockets, but stop believing in celebrities when they're acting like they're all in it for you. They're all in it for themselves, and that's why you should be in it for yourself as well. Congratulations to Jay, but also you're a fucking idiot if you ever thought that title was for the niggas. You get me? No. Title now belongs to Jack Dorsey. And if you watch what Twitter's become, a straight up pussyfied platform that lives, that you could see people fucking all day. But if you say an opinion or you say a joke to somebody, you'll get flagged or banned for 24 hours for bullying. That's just how it goes, all right? So just keep that in mind, all right? Why the young boy canceled the album, I do not know that. Roddy Rich up there, I know he's working on his album really well. We should get some update on that really soon. How am I hoping the podcast affects the culture? I hope it affects the culture just like how I do now. Listen, we want to set the news, we want to set the discussion. That's it. I've never been like a follower, you know. From my platforms and from what I do, we set the conversation. What other people do with it, that's up to them. But as long as we're leading and setting the conversation, we'll be fine. What do I think Quantum Rondo is going to sell? Quando Rondo's like 6'9" in terms of, you know, how 6'9" was telling me, yo, who got more love than me when I came out? Bro, it's intrigue. People want to see what Quando Rondo got to say. It's not all love. Okay, a lot of people hate Quando Rondo, but will they tune in? Will he go on Instagram Live and get 30,000 people watching? Yes. Does it mean 30,000 people want to buy his record and support him? No. It's intrigue, and we got to stop confusing intrigue for actual support. Okay? August Alsina update. I do not know what's going on with him. Somebody said address Ben Baller. Ben Baller is a parasite to the culture. I don't need to speak on him anymore. Ben Baller is someone who's just the living definition of a snake. Adam 22 told me he spoke on me. I didn't even really care to even watch it. I would just continue to double down by saying Ben Baller is someone who's been just a pariah and a parasite of the culture, someone who feels entitled but also preys on black men who get advance checks to sell them fake jewelry, overprice his work, so to speak, overprice his work, basically offer a bunch of bullshit and brag about the shit that he creates like it's some fucking masterpiece when all he's doing is copying the same designs for years and really not doing anything but that. Someone who feels like hip-hop needs him more than he needs hip-hop. Someone who I couldn't even tolerate when he spoke about me in a very disparaging manner. Someone who's been very condescending to a lot of people in our culture. So when I think about someone like Ben Baller is nothing but what I would say, or actually how Drake would describe him, a waste man. All right, that's just about it. So whatever opinion he had about me, listen, your culture is nothing really to do with hip hop. You've just prayed. And listen, the only conversation, and I'm down to have a conversation with Ben Baller. Ben Baller, I know the jewelry game. I just want to know why you have preyed on the young black artists who came up. You've overpriced jewelry by hundreds of thousands of dollars when they could have used that money to feed their family or done other things with it. You've preyed only on rappers. You don't prey on nobody else. You're not over there trying to get the Wall Street motherfuckers. And keep in mind, you're Asian, nigga. You have a lot of Asian people who are successful in all type of fields. You don't go to them to try to get them to buy your fucking chains, which are overpriced, and a lot of them are fucking fake. You only prey on African-American rappers who just got a big advance check with what they think is theirs. That alone makes you scummy, okay? You also, another thing, you a hater. You've been hating on any jeweler who been, by the way, the jewelry game these days, you didn't find no fucking, like, if you think a nigga like Ben Baller owns a mining company and is digging up like rare fossils and he's the only one with diamonds, no, all of these motherfuckers got the same shit. Yet if a new rapper or a rapper starts fucking with them and they make a piece with him, you know what he does? He gets online and he starts fucking hating. You know what I mean? He's one of them hating ass niggas, man. So because of that and the disparaging remarks he made about me, a fraud, and I mean a fraud like that, for all the young rappers, I will make sure I use my voice and my platform to let them know that Ben Baller is nothing but a scammer, a thief, a liar, someone who is just down to finesse them. And I'll keep using my voice and my platform to let that be known. Ben Baller, I'd give no fucks what you say about me, my brother. But you should know, I don't take jokes. And by the way, you could call the origin of whatever at wherever you want to say, but I don't really take this type of shit lightly. You're a hater, and when I saw the hate come finally to my doorstep, I could do nothing but not respect it. So take your scamming ass and go back to where the fuck you came from, because I have a lot of time to expose you. I have a lot of resources as well. Get your ass over there and go race some cars or some shit like that, all right? And I heard he was trying to, listen, let me not even get into it. Fuck that nigga, man. Anyway, back to what I'm saying. I just can't stand niggas, man. Who's gonna have the longevity? I like that. So I said, yo, all these jewelers I really could expose. Like, all these things is lying, man. All these jewelers are the biggest scammers. But you know what? There's a lot of people who scamming the hip hop. So I ain't gonna say nothing until you start talking about me. Once you start talking about me, I'll expose your scam. Who's gonna have the most longevity? Did you say the baby, Lil Baby, and who was the third one you said? Chat. Yeah, I added a couple extra words with, on my shit with Ben Baller. I didn't want to do that because I don't want him to. Yo, Ben Baller was on was it No Jumper or whatever it was. He was desperately trying to like drum up some shit like, yo, did you see what Akademiks said about me? Like, yo, this guy's racist. Ben Baller, sit your dusty ass down. You think you about to have a culture turn on a black man over your Chinese ass nigga or your Asian ass? Let me just be very clear. Listen, we have no problem with people who are, Asian. Actually, I love Asian people. But still, like, bro, stop trying to make it seem like niggas is racist. Nobody's racist. You're just a scammer, okay? And when you scamming niggas, we don't take lightly to that. You know why? Because there's been some real shit going on recently, and we ain't fucking with it, all right? And again, forgive me, because if he's not actually Chinese, I know people who are Korean or Japanese, they're really like, I am not Japanese. And I'm like, anyway. Yo, Ben Baller, listen. And Ben Baller, let me tell you this. This is another realm. Listen, you start coming into the media realm, trust me, I will roast you every fucking day. When it comes to, nigga, you could barely make jewelry. But when it comes to a mic, you're a little boy. Let me just put that out there. You're a little boy when it comes to being on a microphone and it comes to me. I could sit here and roast you daily, weekly, nightly, hourly. This is what I do. I do this for a fucking living. Okay? As long as you've been scamming niggas, I've been doing this. So I'm letting your little bum ass live like, yo, nobody listening to you, you dummy. Get out of here, man. Don't let me go really get back on you. Like, I really will just start roasting you every single day. But here's the thing, nobody cares about you. You know why? Other than you finessing Drake a couple times, and yes, we know you finessed Drake a couple times. You know what I mean? He bought some big, obnoxious, dumbass pieces from you. Great. Take that money and run, brother. But don't think you about it. These newer artists, I'm telling you, any of these newer artists say, yo, I'm about to go cop a chain from Ben Baller. Hold up, my brother. Let me talk to you. Yes, that's how it's going to go. Okay, so Ben Baller, get the fuck out of here, nigga. You heard me? All right. I think I handled that bum. I didn't even care what he said about me. Nigga like that, you just body him perennially. You know what I mean? Just, not even perennially. I have to do it weekly. Okay. Is there anybody else? I feel like I haven't really, like,